There's nothing like a get back. Many, many years in the making. What's up, guys? I'm Rapunzel here, and here we are to do a nice little review of chapter 163 of Chainsaw Man, which is known as Dream Balls. I think I can say that, right, Dream Balls. I mean, you know, we got a whole bunch to talk about, and we got so little time, so let's not waste any more time, and let's hop right into it. Editing me, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact is a nice, simple, and clean chapter. Notably, I'm happy with that, though. The main reason I stopped, reviewing Chainsaw Man is because it was getting a little bit much. So now I am going to be pre-screening every single chapter because I'm scared. But with that being the case, this chapter is nice and simple and sweet. Essentially, it allows us to follow up on chapter 162 completely. They've escaped the facility. They retreated back to Fami's house. Golly. I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I can't get mad at Fami, because it's literally in their nature. And also because, I eat too. I eat extensively. So I'm something of a big back individual myself. And I do love the fact that, I think they all know. They all know what her role is. They know that she's Famine, even if she demands to be called Fami. But I love how the cast and crew are so how does this happen? Presumably, it's a bottomless hunger. I'm not exactly sure how that works. It's interesting, right? Because, in a way, she's the only... I mean, to be fair, War has also shown those tendencies, too, to always be itching, scratching, feeding for combat. But, at least it seems out of all of the horsemen... Well, out of the 3 we've met so far in... Well, I guess technically 4 because of Naoyuta. So, we've had Makima, Naoyuta, War, and Fami now. It seems like Fami's the most innately consumed by their aspect that they represent. Notably, Makima was down for control, and Naoyuta has shown tendencies to lean towards control, but still, they seem to be people outside of that. And don't get me wrong, Fami definitely has motivations beyond her consumption, but, I don't know. At every opportunity, she's just... And, once again, can't knock it. I'm also hungry all the time. But still, it's crazy to see that. And another thing... I do just like how casual it is. Notably, we don't even know if they, stitched him or, just, fed him. He just refused. Remember, they went through the entire process of specifically dissecting him. They chopped him into multiple pieces. And this chapter, considering it cuts a pretty decent way into the future from 162, considering 162 just ended off with the of Quan Chi, he just kind of refused himself. I'm not sure if anyone gave him some of that juice. I'm not sure if anything else happened. But regardless, Denji is back and ready for action. Well, not necessarily ready for action, as he's still very groggy. But still, the fact that Denji's back is good. I was a little bit worried, and I am still worried about a certain song. Where's Naoyuta? Where is she? Where is she? Do we even have an up? Where is she? She ran off. Where's your babysit Denji? Ignore the red eye. I did not realize how prominent that is. Looks like I'm getting the Sharingan or something. It is bad allergies for your boy. But with that being the case, Denji's back online. And if there's one thing I will admit, and one thing I do like, darn, it's the follow-through, dog. There is not a moment's hesitation. Denji doesn't even get the idea to... Okay, there are a couple things that I do like in this interaction. First things first, I do like how Denji... immediately was concerned for Asa. Genuinely confused and whoa, wait, what happened to your arm? Which goes to show that he still does care. he was starting to fall more into the I don't care about anything or everything. I just love being Chainsaw Man and Chainsaw Man. No, you can definitely tell a lot of Denji's human connections still matter to him. And I just love that Katana Man instantly gets him back. And notably, this is very particular. You know. It's the same reason why the name of the chapter is the name of the chapter. This was something that he's been waiting for, itching for, scratching for, ever since he incarnated again. He's been feeding for. I presume if he actually got the fight he was initially looking for, say Chainsaw Man was in full fighting form, he still would have immediately gone for this. In Katana Man form, it doesn't matter. He would have gone for it. And to be fair, is he wrong? No. You got don't get me wrong, Katana Man was obviously the antagonist in part 1, but still, you just gotta get him back, bro. You gotta get back. Honestly, he let him off kind of light, because you see, he gets the one hit, and has Denji, as any individual would, and we see that, ultimately, the Katana Man is like, oh, wow. That did a bit different. I love it. Scrumdiddlyumptious. I do find it funny, but immediately he just lets it go with one. And like, if you remember, at least unless I did immediately devour all part one in a matter of like 3 days, but I'm pretty sure Denji and Aki like did numbers to him. Like that wasn't just a one stomp, one kick. No, they did numbers to Broski. So like the fact that he only hits him with a one, Denji actually got out kind of light here, and we see that ultimately he does want his run back. And like, don't get me wrong, I was slightly hoping Katana Man would turn into a slightly deeper character, but I think this is enough. I think him still playing this role makes sense, and obviously we have many more important characters to focus on. So him just wanting a run back with Chainsaw Man after he got the run back in a different way with Chainsaw Man is nice. It's a nice little wrap up. I'm interested to see how this goes though, because immediately as Denji's finally realizing, oh no, this is not a dream, they don't even have any sort of chance, because while Asamitaka is more interested in trying to figure out everything that's going on, considering the whole scenario with the Chainsaw Man Church and everything going on is completely random and completely violent, and they hope that he had some sort of answer. Yeah, War's not having it. Yoru's not having it at all. Just immediately wombo combos. And the thing is, it's apparent that now that she's finally gotten proper hands on him, she's not even... Well, it makes sense, though, in a way. It makes sense. And I wonder if Yoru knew that instinctively. Like, Denji's kind of useless in the same way that Makima viewed Denji as kind of useless. And you can tell that by the fact that Nayuta exists. While the end of part one goes fully into the idea that Denji... Makima, and bada bing bada boom, she should have been erased from existence. Nayuta's existence goes to show that control, the concept, still exists. Meaning that while Denji is Chainsaw Man, and even Chainsaw Man Denji is Chainsaw Man, he's not really Chainsaw Man, he's not really Pochita, and thusly the ultimate thing that she would need is not his hybrid form, not his base form, but no, actually Pochita to come out in order to hypothetically regurgitate, every other thing she really wanted and to have that proper battle. Interesting is, though, or at least the thing that's interesting to me, I don't think that's, like, an option. I don't think that's, don't get me wrong, Chainsaw Man's definitely regained a whole bunch of his power, and, like, hypothetically, if Pochita were to crash out, it'd probably be way more dangerous than he did in part one, and Pochita in part one is already undeniably one of the strongest characters, only, like, eclipsed by the Primordials, presumably, just because they've never perished, which implies that Chainsaw Man never got his hands on them. But even with that more return to his prime state, Denji himself is kind of in a 50-50, where like either he gives into their demands and transforms into the hybrid form, only to realize, or for them to realize hybrid form isn't enough, and they try to draw out Pochita, or Pochita comes out to defend Denji. But at the same time, I'm not sure how possible that is. Like right now, especially considering Denji's so freshly reconstituted, I'm not sure what the method to the madness is here, because at this point they're kind of, I'm not going to say in a stalemate scenario, but there's nothing that can really happen with Denji at this point, especially considering, like, worst comes to worst, if Denji does crash out and turn into Pochita or turn into the original Chainsaw Man, like, as powerful as Yoru's become, it's clearly not enough. Like, even in last chapter, Yoru should have asked, who's stronger, you or Chainsaw Man? And Quan Chi's like, it's me. But, like, we know that's not the case. Like, we saw Quan Chi run it with Chainsaw Man. So, in terms of the Chainsaw Man that I think Yoru's looking for, the one she wants smoke with, I don't think she's powerful enough. Because remember, the Chainsaw Man at the end of part 1 was a super weakened Chainsaw Man. A Chainsaw Man who had been actively nerfed by Makima. Now the script has flipped, so Pochita, the one Chainsaw Man that Yoru does need, were to pop out, then Yoru should still get body bagged. Because Yoru couldn't do anything to Quan Chi. And Quan Chi, along with a bunch of other hybrids, ran the ones with Pochita Chainsaw Man and barely won anything when they had Makima support. And of course, while Fami is here, and Fami likely is somewhat okay with it, considering they're a big part of the whole idea of turning Chainsaw Man as powerful as they did, and even strengthening Yoru again, once again, all for the sake of defeating their final sister, or the final horseman, presumably their sister. I think it was confirmed to be their sister, I forget. But, I don't know, a conflict here really raises the question of what's going to happen next. Like, is Fami going to allow them to fight? Is Yoru going to be able to draw out Chainsaw Man? Is Denji even in a state where he can fight either of them, really? Like, right now, considering he's really, really roughed up, even if he is freshly reconstituted, I'm not sure what he's going to cook up next. This is a chapter that is simple and sweet in the case that we just get a nice little bit of character interactions, some more characterization for the older or younger, I think the younger Kobeni, and the interactions between this whole little motley crew and Denji, which is nice. This is the first time we really get to see these characters interact. And we do get some nice callbacks to part one, which are appreciated. But at the same time, this chapter sort of ends in a weird spot, where ultimately, I don't think whether Yoru gets Chainsaw Man or doesn't get Chainsaw Man, I don't think the plot's going to progress in the way that they want it to. Because either they get Hybrid, and Hybrid Denji isn't able to bleh up everything, and or they get Real, and Real causes havoc. Like, there's no way that this works in the favor of our new protagonist, if you know what I'm talking about. And I guess technically Asa's our new protagonist, not Yoru, but considering Yoru takes control over the body here, it's presumable that Yoru is the one who wants to engage with Chainsaw Man. I highly doubt that regular Asa would do it. I don't know, Yoru. I think you put yourself in a very nasty and sticky situation. But that's what I think. Please what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you excited for next chapter? Are you happy that Chainsaw Man is now only back on 7-week breaks? Or not 7, now 7 weeks, 7 days. But we have Golden Week, so it's going to be another 2 weeks. Gosh darn it! Chainsaw Man. But regardless, please let me know all that and more in the comment section down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave ball and dreams. Literally ball and dreams in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come on the channel. Also, I do have another Patreon below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include live reactions every other series I review, and possibly, you know, I think I'll start doing live reactions for the patrons and members for Chainsaw Man, considering I'm scared to review it regularly, but yeah, I'll probably do live reactions to Chainsaw Man over on the Patreon and for the members for as low as $3 a month. And ad-free variations of all my videos. And if you come in $25 Patreon, $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, if you want to make a one-time donation, the link to my Ko-Fi is in the description down below. Same thing with a one-time video request. But now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dad with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: Kleiner Plays, Greyhound, Akids Void, Astro, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, G Prosper, Paris Arnold, King Sukuna, and NMA. I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Steron, Sean, Owexian, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Josh Brown, John Malcolm, and Igneal Lynn. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $7 member, Autumn Mornings Lazo. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our $10 members, Robbie Uchiha and Jay Warrior. And I'd like to give another big old thank you to our $10 patrons, Panda Goat, Joaquin Munoz, and Idemokami. And finally, I'd like to give a big, hefty gargantuan thank yous to our $25 patron, China Doll 09. I'd like to give another gargantuan toe-curling slobba-nabba dabba-dabba thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.